Hey you!
Yeah, you!
How would you like the opportunity to buy this amazing, revolutionary, dare I say, sexy piece of equipment for the intended price? Alright, let's do this. I'm ready. Oh, okay, hold on. 1 second. I'm getting a call from the dealer. Yeah. Alright. I'll tell him. Yeah, this is pretty embarrassing. Yeah. Turns out, we're all sold out, and the only way you can buy it is paying about triple the price, and also it might be a scam, so kind of a 50-50 there. Wait, where are you going? No, come back. Now that was all in good fun, and I think the biggest takeaway is that, I don't know, I'd be a pretty great host at Deal or No Deal. ABC, hit me up. But really, this exact scenario is happening now as we speak. If you don't know, there are people who buy any kind of items at retail price and try to sell them for a profit that are better known as scalpers, and they pretty much infect every single industry. We saw people at the beginning of Mr. Very Bad Virus thing, I'm not saying it, scalp water and toilet paper, pretty much making all of America do that extremely awkward run around the house looking for any kind of wiping instrument.
Finally done after 2 hours on the can. Definitely not my longest session, that's for sure. All right, let's do this. Not again. God. Let's do this. This is gonna have to do.
As well as shoes, where you have to meet up with a 90-pound 14-year-old who, just to even get a chance to buy Yeezys, while he smirks because he paid $300 cheaper than what you're paying. But most recently, we're seeing it happen to something very near and dear to my heart. Video games. What interested me in this topic were a lot of scalpers defending themselves, basically saying that it was the websites and companies' faults for not anticipating this kind of demand each time something drops, and basically telling their websites to get good.
Just pay your shots, kid. It's quite simple.
So are scalpers actually bad people? So I guess a main difference that we can separate between different types of scalpers is non-essential and essential resources. I think we can all agree that people hoarding water, toilet paper, and yes, even hand sanitizer are absolute trash and deserve way more than a fine, and even in some states, no penalty at all. I mean, come on, just at least a stern talking to. Hey, no, don't do that. No, come on. These people are taking advantage of things that people could legit die without. I'm not saying you'll die without toilet paper, but really though, a lot of big companies and stores were just trying to get out a lot of resources as fast as possible just to keep up with the demand whenever quarantine was enacted, albeit still making profits, of course, but not at a terribly reasonable price. I mean, we can't actually expect Nestle and Walmart to be the most caring people for the human race. I mean, it's Nestle, the company that already wants to charge for the right to even drink water. The part where I think it gets interesting though is deciphering between the non-essential resources, because we have just spiraled into a capitalism apocalypse. I mean, seriously, there's a huge YouTube rabbit hole I find myself in a couple of times where people go to random outlet stores and try to find as much shoes as possible just to flip for about $4 in profit each. If you don't know, these sellers have eBay and Amazon accounts, basically selling anything from rare laundry detergent or a chip that looks like a president. Like, that doesn't even look, what? Also the weirdest flex to have rare laundry detergent, because you're basically begging for any kind of life form to interact with so you can show off your rare Tide Pods. My point being, as long as something has any kind of rarity, a little scalping cockroach will be there to pick it up. I don't know why. My biggest example of this is the entire shoe market. Let's just take a look at the most expensive shoe drops of 2020. The most expensive pair of shoes released in 2020 were the Dior Jordan collaborations, retailing for a measly $2,200. Already terrible, but believe it or not, these shoes are about 5 times the original value, at a whopping $10,000. Yeah, these look worth it. These are cool. I like the shoes. All right, next up, these ugly ass green bedazzled shoes. Yeah. Okay. Jesus. Original price $550. My God. Resale price almost $5K because, again, fuck you. And also because designer, and that makes sense because, I don't know, you know the brands. Yeah, that's it. Last up, the one and only Ben & Jerry's. Yep, that one. The one with the ice cream that is way too bad for you, but just so good. So good. Original price $100. Wow, that's not terrible. I mean that's still a little bit too much, but still a pretty reasonably priced shoe. Oh, okay. Oh, it's actually $1,600. Yeah, just okay. Actually, I think these are the only ones I would buy because they've just carried me through so many nights. Just all that cookie dough. Okay, we're getting lost here. Anyways, the theory just behind this is infuriating because as long as one other company wants to collab with Nike just because, and they don't want to make 5 trillion units of them for everybody on planet Earth, they go the complete other way around and charge 50 times what it should be, cause ice cream. Again, I might buy those. Is it really that bad that companies can choose to collaborate with another one to make a product? I mean, no matter how ugly it is, like, what's going on? While the companies have some blame in the situation, we can't ignore the actual scalpers themselves. You might not know, but there are literally thousands of conventions dedicated to scalp items. My biggest example would be sneaker conventions.
So 50, try them on, bro. I paid $5.20 for this.
It's a little too small for me.
Can you try it on? Slick.
You real slick. I swear to God, I like you, bro. I swear.
Not only are they huge dick and vag swinging contests just to show how rich their dads are, just flapping away in the wind, because obviously these 14-year-olds cannot support themselves, but also a hub to buy resold sneakers. And now with new apps like StockX and GOAT that are one-stop shops to buy everything resold, people are now able to completely support themselves and their families by buying something at retail price, waiting in lines for hours and days, and then selling them back for 10 times the price. Yep. In reality, I can see both sides at fault. Not to sound like someone who just took a philosophy 101 class and wants everyone to know about it, but it's a chicken or the egg situation. Just saying that. You know what? We obviously know who came first because these companies are the ones to actually make the products in the first place, but in terms of how reselling became such a phenomenon, it really can't be traced to anywhere specific. I mean, there has always been middlemen flipping prices just because. I mean, ever since the dawn of time, there has been people that have bought things and sold them for higher because money, pretty much the basics of any business. So I guess it's up to you to decide which party here is the most at fault. Either the resellers who buy thousands of dollars of robots just to buy 20 pairs of shoes and make thousands of even more dollars, or the companies who know damn well what's going to happen and still insist on releasing things in limited quantity and feed into the hype by having an app dedicated to drop countdowns and always having in-store events where people will camp out for days just to resell to someone that actually has a life. For me, I think it's pretty much all the manufacturer's fault. Yeah, for sure. They're so bad. Yeah. Wow. On a totally unrelated note, guys, anyone want to buy some shoes?